Okay, it's Thursday, the 27th. This is your 48-hour forecast for Western PA. Includes Erie, Pittsburgh, Bradford, and the Altoona areas. Okay, so these are your 6 o'clock temperatures today. As you can see, they vary from the mid 40s up by Bradford to the mid 50s down here towards Pittsburgh. And then as we go through the nighttime hours, we get to around 7 o'clock in the morning. You can see up this way, if you just go above the border here, you're below freezing. But we kind of get through the night without anybody being freezing for too long. It only goes into the mid 40s down here by Pittsburgh, and it gets into the mid 30s up here. So everybody pretty much stays standard, drops about 10 degrees or so. As we get into the day tomorrow, the heat tries to come up. I mean, the temperatures try to come up, and it gets right down here to like the corner of southwestern PA here. But temperatures again, mid 40s to the north, mid 50s to the south. We do have what I would say here. We do have some precipitation, and that's what keeps your temperatures down. Now we'll back this up to the morning hours. This is around 11 o'clock when it's coming across. Starts off as showers, but then as you can see, some of these are, in yellow, which means moderate rain, and the reds could show maybe turns into some thunderstorms. This is around 4 in the afternoon as they're going across southern, but they still got to come through. Now here's a swirl right up here south of Erie, and that's probably a strong storm. And that line stretches, and this is the warm front. Behind it, it warms up as the rain comes through. Now, this is around 6 o'clock Friday night. Here's your temperatures, and you'll see the warm air is right there. And this is where the rain is at. And as we go through the nighttime hours, a weird thing happens. Look at that. That front goes through. There's midnight. Temperatures have climbed into the 60s out here by Pittsburgh. So the warm air is going to try to work its way in. This is around 4 o'clock at night. Temperatures upper 50s to 60 degrees still around 2 o'clock in the morning. And then as we get to sunrise, they pretty much mid to upper 50s. But, and the rain at that point in time is just down to a couple of showers. And as you can see, you do get this lake effect. Instead of snow squalls, you're getting rain squalls during Saturday. That's going to keep the temperatures from really blowing up. I mean, to where they could be. So this is around 11 o'clock in the morning. Temperatures are in the 60s, but where it's raining, it's dropped into the 50s. And as you can see, the further east you go here, it gets to 70 degrees out here in east of the Laurel Highlands. It gets the upper 60s by Pittsburgh, and up here by Bradford and Erie, it's dropped into the 50s. But you can see that it's getting pushed a little bit out of the way, and it cools down to where everybody's in the upper 50s to 60s by the afternoon hours on Saturday. And then as we go through the nighttime hours, you can see up here, it's cold. But that cold isn't going to make it down to Pennsylvania. But if you live in upstate New York, like Syracuse and up that way, you might get a pretty good ice storm out of this thing next. This because the precipitation coming through next, it's going to be pretty cold up there. Now it's rain here, but if you can see what I can see, there's a lot of freezing rain just north of Syracuse, heading up towards Watertown and that way, and then up into New England and the mountainous areas. But this is Sunday around 2 o'clock in the morning, where we get up to that point, and the temperatures. And then let's see here, we can bring this up. You can see they're not all that bad. 50s to 60 degrees on Saturday night. Just a quick hit in case you're planning anything for Sunday. Unfortunately, overnight into Sunday morning, more rain returns. It goes through and it finally clears the area by early afternoon. So that would be sort of dries out a little bit. But temperatures at that point, this is like 2 in the afternoon, 50s for most part, except out here by Pittsburgh where you get to around 60. So it's getting to be that time of year, but I see colder air returning um, in about 10 days. Below normal temperatures for the season in about 10 days. And we're going to go over that tomorrow with the main forecast map, and not the 48-hour one. We'll go over where that cold air is at and why it's coming down. All right, take it easy and be safe.